Hey guys, it's Trish from Trisha's Card Club, live from Orlando. Welcome and happy Wednesday night. I'm just realizing that I don't have my lights on. Yes, I am slipping. I'm going to get some light on this situation here. How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Wednesday. You know, I forgot. I don't know how I forgot. I've been obviously not myself to talk about that there was a football game and it was a scrimmage, but it was amazing. And so I loved every minute of it. And it's going to start again tomorrow night. And Tom Brady's playing on Saturday night. So it's all good. It's going to all be good. I don't know when the Patriots are playing yet. I haven't seen their preseason schedule, but it's going to be good. Yes, football is back, ladies. Football is back. Hey, Miss Judy, thanks for coming on board. I welcome you. What are we doing tonight? Well, tonight we're going to work on sponge daubers, which is an old coloring tool that Stampin' Up! Has had for ages, and it's probably going to eventually go away because they've been around forever, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's get started. First, of course, we always talk about where can you purchase Stampin' Up! Products. You can purchase them at trishn.stampinup.net. That's my webpage that Stampin' Up! Takes care of for us, so that's very convenient. So if you ever have a middle of the night desire, I'm open 24/7, 365. Okay, what you see in front of you, it is beautiful paper, isn't it, Cindy? This is just half of a pack of Designer Series paper that you can get if you have a party at $180. You could get this pack of paper for free. Hey, Jennifer. So I'm used a bunch of it for class, but I have some left. So I'm just going to quickly show you the patterns. They're gorgeous. Look at those. Oh, those hearts are so pretty. And then what is that called? Mermaid tails or mermaids, and then stripes and flowers and flowers. But you know, ladies, you know what the best part of this paper is? I'm going to show you. I am going to just flip it over and take a gander at that gorgeousness of black and white. Oh, how I love. I don't even want to use this paper because I think it's so beautiful. But alas, we're using it tonight. Why? Because I love you guys. And I'm always excited when you want to come watch. So tonight we're going to be using this piece of paper. And I'm going to show you how out of one 12 by 12 piece of paper, you can get 3 cards. Now you can get more. It's just in this technique that I'm using tonight, we're going to get 3. Okay, so let's get started first with cutting up the Designer Series paper. First thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the Designer Series paper. It's 12 inches, and we need 2 pieces that are 5 1/4, which is 10 1/2. So we're going to go to 10 1/2. How's that for math, people? How is that for math from Trish? So cut it at 10 inches. I have to think because I want to make sure I do this right. 10 inches and then 5 1/4. That's actually not right, but it's going to work. 5 1/4. Ooh, not that one. Okay. I'm taking this 5 1/4 and I'm going to cut that by 4. Because I know this piece is right by 4. And so you get 3 of those. And black and white, 3 of those. Then we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut it to, I don't remember. I should have written that down. We're going to cut it to, let's see, 4. We're going to cut it to 3 3/4. I better measure. Because if I cut it and I waste a piece of paper, I'll be all mad. And I don't want you to see the card, so I'm going to do it off to the side. Let me measure. Of course, I'm in centimeters. Oh, wait a minute. 3 1/2. So I was going to be off by 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, which I think is what I did. So let me just see if that's what I did, people, because I don't even remember now. Oops, this way. Yes, by 3 1/2. I don't really remember it being 3 1/2, but I'm just going to go with it. 3 1/2, 3 1/2, and 3 1/2. So now you're going to have, out of all that paper, you're going to have this little bit of paper left. Don't throw it out because next week or maybe the week after, I'm going to show you what to do with some little scraps like this. So I would not throw that out. Okay, so now that we've got our paper cut up, or some of our paper cut up, we've got 3 that are 5 1/4 by 4, and we've got 3 that are 3 1/2 by 3 3/4. And yeah, that's right. That's right. So we got 3 and we got 3. So now we're going to do I have everything else cut, so I don't want to make you wait. But I just want to show you one thing. This is what I like to teach people when they are first stamping, so that they don't waste paper. I am going to take a whole piece of paper, and let's pretend out of this sheet of paper, I just need to punch out one little spot right here. Okay, I don't have any scrap. I'm pretending I don't have scrap, and I need to cut out a little piece of something up here. So I'm going to put those to the side for a minute. I'm going to get my cutter back out. And since I don't want to waste a whole sheet of paper, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this paper to 5 1/2 inches, half of the 11-inch piece of paper. Now I automatically, because I did that, I automatically have a ready-to-go card base, which I could score right now at 4 1/4, and I already have a whole card ready to rock and roll. So I took a whole piece of paper. Before I did anything with it, I cut it up and I made myself a card base. So that's just something that's just a little helpful hint from Heloise. When you need a small piece of paper, you don't want to waste the whole sheet of paper. So go ahead and cut your card base up. Now the reason I did that is because I'm gonna score this one. I don't need this for to cut. I need it actually for card bases, because what I've been doing, you guys, is after the camera's off, I have been making up the rest of the cards, and I've been giving them away, and I have had so much fun giving away. Hey, Wendy from Pensacola, nice to see you out there. Miss Peg, you guys, there's so many people on. I'm so excited. When I was doing my video on Sunday, you guys were patiently telling me, Trish, you're not on camera, and so I totally missed it. So now I'm kind of trying to look a little bit at the comments when I can, just to make sure I'm that I am on camera. Okay, so I digressed with the cutting of the paper. Nails, we haven't talked about nails. Those are my real nails, chopped down to nothing because they keep breaking. But when they're that short, I can usually put some polish on them, and it might stay for a day or two, so that gets me excited. Okay, all right, enough. Let's get to making the cards. We're going to make 6 cards. I have cut the product for 1 card. So I have a card base, which I got a little ink on, so we're going to ignore that. In tonight's class, we are using Bermuda Bay, Real Red, and Blushing Bride inks. And this card is compliments inspired by a lady that goes by the name of Crafts and Cards by Anne. I saw a card that she did and loved it and said, I want to mimic that. Okay, so I've got that layer, my card base. I've got my layer like that. And I've got my second layer that I've already showed you. Now, before I do anything with this layer, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it here under a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to show you guys some stuff in the catalog just so that you are in full education mode. Stampin' Up! Sells sponge daubers right here. We sell sponge daubers, 5 daubers for $5. So that's a pretty good deal. And that's what I'm going to be using tonight, are sponge daubers. If you've never seen them, this is what they look like. And they fit in the tip of your finger. Pretty cool, huh? These are so old in terms of a coloring tool. They're so old. The other thing that I'm using tonight, because you guys know I am very committed to my one stamp, many messages and many happenings with my one die. So you know that I have a little box and I keep it and I use it all the time. And I dug my sayings out of this tonight. So I did that. So I like to tell you that. And then the final thing that I'm using is our double oval punch. So we're going to be using that as well. Okay, so I've done already the Bermuda Bay and the Real Red card. I'm going to do the Blushing Bride card with you guys. So I'm taking my Blushing Bride ink and my Designer Series paper and my dauber, and I'm going to ink up the dauber. Now, here's what you can do, you guys. You can go like this and get a really soft look, and that is super pretty, and I loved it. I went a little overboard on the red, real red, and the Bermuda Bay. So I'm going to go a little bit less overboard on this one just to show you that you can do a little bit softer technique than what I did. And I'm going to show you those cards at the end. So all I'm doing is making a little bit of color on the inside of the flower of the Designer Series paper. And as you can see, I have lots of choices of colors. So there's Bermuda Bay, there's Real Red, there's Blushing Bride. I have a lot of choices of colors. So I'm just making sure that I've got them all done, and I do, and it's pretty soft. So now I'm going to take this and some glue, and I am going to apply this to a black piece of paper that I didn't show you because I forgot. This is 1/8 of an inch around the edges. We normally do 1/4. When I'm not cutting for class and I'm just cutting for myself and I just want a peekaboo of the black color, I do 1/8 of an inch. Normally I do 1/4 though. 99% of the time I do 1/4. Oh, Wendy, I miss you so much. I hope you're loving it up there. I hope you're having a good summer. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here like that. Pretty, huh? And then I'm going to put this on my base. Like that. And there, ladies and any gentlemen, is our card base. Ta-da! So then I said, okay, that looks really good. Now you're going to see a big difference with the other cards that I've already made up. You're going to see a big difference. But I already went ahead and used the double oval punch and got all, they already have the dimensionals on them. I put the dimensionals on it. I forgot to take the tops off these just because I'm trying to save time and be respectful of your time. So I've done that. And then out of this one, I'm using the expression, just wanted to say. And on the inside, I'm going to stamp happy birthday or something about a birthday. And I'm going to put that right there. And there, ladies, is my card. Now, I love it. I absolutely love it. Although I notice it's a little crooked. Let's see if I can fix that. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. And sometimes it's not a big deal, but I can fix it. Yeah, I can make that to be straighter. All right, you guys, what do you think? What do you think of that technique? Basically, what you can do is you can take any Designer Series paper and you can tie in another black and white sheet of paper by just adding color. So that's what I was trying to show you using the sponge daubers. Now, as I said, my other two cards that I made, same exact concept, but I was much more firm with the sponge daubers. So here they are. So a very different look than this soft one, but I still think really pretty. So I did Forever Friends, You're the Best, and Just Wanted to Say. And these, like my other cards I've done the last couple nights, are going to go in with envelopes in a plastic bag and a bow tied on them. And the next person that I interact with is going to get some handmade cards. And people, they are loving them. I went to the bank and I gave it to the bank teller who recognized my name, which I think is amazing that she recognized me because I'll be honest, I didn't recognize her. And I was at a different branch. And she said, oh, you always go to the Winter Park branch. So I was like, oh my God, she remembered. That was so sweet. So I gave her the cards. She was blown away by them. I'm telling you, you guys, people just love to be thought of and appreciated. And so these are the way to do it. We have the tools. We can do it. So these are the cards. So out of one 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock, I got 3 cards because I used both sides. And you guys can mimic this. As I said, it doesn't matter what color Designer Series paper you use in the back. You just pick up one of those colors with a sponge dauber on a black and white. That's called an outline stamp where it has a middle. And you can see again, this is very soft and this is a little bit bolder, but I kind of like the polka. I like the dot effect of the boldness of it. So I have to say I really love that. All right, so that is class for tonight. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I love that you guys come on board. I always love that you give me a couple of your minutes of your time on Wednesdays and Sunday nights. So I thank you. I thank you for the comments. I just thank you for who you guys are because you really bless me and I'm very, very grateful. So I want you now to do what we do on Trisha's Card Club. We make it and we mail it. So I would like to see you girls be making your cards this week and sending them out in the mail. We have card class coming up starting tomorrow night. Very excited to see everybody. Classes are going to be full, so bring your patience and your smiles for those of you guys who get to come. And on Sunday night after class, I will show the cards, of course, that I always do on the cards that we make. So until Sunday night, I hope you guys have a really good couple days. There's going to be a lot of preseason football on this weekend, so I know what I'm going to be doing, and I hope that you guys will be considering the same. And of course, there'll be golf on. Listen, ladies, we got to get it all in. We got to get it all in. All right, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Remember, make it, mail it, and see you on Sunday night.